Tell us your name and where you're from, please.
Dwight Adkins. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
And Dwight, can you tell us what happened when you went to vote in 2004?
So I went to the polls, went to my precinct at midday, presidential election for 2004, and I stood in line, approximately about 5 or 6 people, and I was behind my my neighbor, my elderly neighbor, and I was joking around with him about being disenfranchised. Hopefully we wouldn't get disenfranchised.
How were you guys joking about that?
It was a pretty big issue, I think, about voter fraud and trying to get voter ID. Anyway, then it became my turn to vote, or my turn to sign in. And when I went to sign in, the person that was sitting behind the table there where I sign in says, "Nope, you can't vote. You have already voted." And I was stunned at first, and I was like, I didn't already vote. I'm here right now to vote. And she just said, "Nope, you can't vote. You've already voted." And so I was getting frustrated and a little angry about not being able to vote, since I had participated in the election process and went to rallies, donated money to candidates, and followed it the whole time. Then you get up there on that last moment and they tell you you can't vote, and so they finally gave me a provisional ballot after telling me, "Oh, it's not a big deal, it's not any big deal." And to me it was a big deal. Just turned in my provisional ballot.
And do you think someone voted in your place?
I'm almost positive someone must have voted in my place, because they said someone had voted.
And you voted at the same precinct for how long?
For over a decade, 10, 11, 12 years. I'm not positive, but I've lived in that neighborhood for quite a while.
And none of the poll workers recognized you and knew that you obviously hadn't been in that day to vote?
No, they didn't recognize me, and I don't think they've ever recognized me, because I think we have different poll workers all the time, it seems to me, because I don't recognize them either. So,
do you know what happened with your provisional ballot after the election?
I was told by the Bernalillo County Clerk, Mary Herrera, that this was at the very end of the process, a few weeks later, that my provisional ballot probably was not counted because I had already voted.
Do you think this could have happened to anyone else?
Pretty sure it has happened to quite a few people.
And are you concerned about this happening to you this year and in the future? I
am very concerned. I don't, I take it very serious. And like I said, I've been voting at the same place. I've voted almost every time since I've turned 18, which was quite a few years ago now. And I vote every time that I know that there's an election happening.